Your head, Obama.
What is up, AGZ gang? Yes, sir. Guys, I don't want to make this too long for you guys, so I'm just gonna say, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, because you know AGZ gang lit. You already know. Join the family. Turn on the post notification bell. Hit as hard as you can so you know when I post. And I hope you guys are blessed and having a good day. Road to 10K. You already know the grind never stops. Let's go. What is up, AGZ? You know what I'm saying? Now, guys, this is gonna be a GPO talk video. I know we haven't done one of these in a little while, and well, there's various reasons behind that. One of them is my sleeping schedule doesn't even exist anymore. But I don't want to talk about nothing for too long. I just want to get straight into it. Now, I have a couple things to talk about. First, it's people's speculations. Some people think update 2 is going to break the game, etc, and I'm going to be talking about that. And the second one is features that should be added to the game sometime in the near future, or features that that should be talked about, like that should be, you know, considered, because this is this is a pirate game, you know, an open world RPG pirate game, by the way. Okay, so let's go to the first topic. Right, first topic is people thinking update 2 is gonna break the game, and a lot of the same people thought that update 1 was gonna break the game. Update 1 didn't end up doing that. It really didn't. People thought Ken Haki was gonna be broken and people would never be able to die because they're gonna have so much dodges on top of low gear dodges and etc, blase 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 blase. Ken Haki comes out and everyone finds out, oh, Ken Haki isn't that OP. Firstly, you have to spam G on your keyboard to even activate this. You got to even activate this fruit. This ability. Ken Haki, you have to spam your keyboard sometimes for it to even come on. If someone has it on in a 1v1, I hate this glitch, by the way. If someone has it on in a 1v1, all you gotta do is use an ability that knocks Ken Haki off. For Pika, that ability would be Light Sword. For Margu, that ability is Magma Eruption. For Mera, the ability is Flame Pillar. For Hiei is Ice Age and Ice Sword. There's so many ways to get rid of Ken Haki. So let's not even get into that. Ken Haki did not break the game. Did not break the game. And that was the main thing people were talking about with update 1. Update 2. People, I don't know. What are they saying? They're saying it's gonna be, people are gonna have too much health. What else were people saying? Phoenix and Gravity gonna take control of the skies. Devil Fruit spamming is gonna become meta, which it is. Devil Fruit spamming is gonna become meta. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That isn't game breaking. It's just annoying to deal with. It's gonna, like, Phoenix and Gravity users might render Blackleg users pretty, and this is good because the Blackleg infinite combos are kind of toxic, bro. Kind of toxic, bro. So it would be nice to see a change of meta. People are scared of change until the change comes and people adapt to it or end up actually liking it. So I do want to see a change in meta because I think everybody is tired of the Blackleg Goro. Everyone's tired of the Blackleg Goro infinite combos, the Blackleg infinite combos in general. Quite annoying to deal with. Anyone that loves PvP or likes PvP or participates in PvP will tell you that. Even if they're a blackleg user themselves, they hate getting infinite comboed, you know. If you can't beat them, join them. I did try to join them. I didn't like blackleg, so I switched back to pole or an L staff, whatever you want to call it. What else? Where did I leave off there? Because I started to stray away from the topic. People having too much health. I feel like that's not an issue because the damage is going to be buffed. You know, there's a lot of things people are worried about that they don't need to be worried about. Alright, so throwing that under the rug because that's not important. The game it's not gonna break the game. It's not gonna ruin the game. Throwing that under the rug and getting into what I really wanted to talk about is new features to the game. Features to the game that should have been added, should have been considered, etc. So the first feature is, right, and shout out to my boy. Okay, so this suggestion is a game pass that allows you to toggle between multiple stat builds. For instance, you can set up 2 stats. Forget 2 stats. This is where I'm gonna flip it. So this game pass, right, should allow you to toggle between, I say, three different stats, right? Let's say the game pass, because right now to reset your stats is about 75 Robux, and people always reset their stats when they go ship farming or they want to grind or blah 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 blah, and reset. Still, that 75 Robux definitely does add up. So a game pass that I'm thinking to make the game a little bit more convenient for players is, let's not make it cheap, right? Because in the long run, you want players to save money, but you also want to make profit from this game pass, right? So let's say 500, 550, that's fair without being too overpriced. 500, 550 for a game pass that allows players to switch between stats, switch between builds. So let's say the free builds, right? You have one for PvP, you have one for PvE, and you'll have a page for your ship building, ship farming stats. And let players toggle each page. You have as much stats as you have as much SP as you have. When you level up, because the max is going to increase, when you level up, the SP gets added to each page. I don't know, it's just common sense. I shouldn't have to explain the minor details. However, you know, let players be able to toggle between their builds for what they want to do without charging them, you know, 75 Robux every single time. And then there are players that sit down and have to wait for SP reset codes to come out because they can't afford the 75 every time, you know. So I feel like that one-time payment of 500 will be convenient for players that might not be able to afford to buy 75 Robux every single time they want to grind for a fruit, because every weekend is ×2, and that's the ideal time that players, you know, buy the SP resets to switch for the farm, switch for the ship farming build. But then after the weekend, it's like, oh, I don't have any more Robux. I can't change back to my PvP build. I can't play with my crew, my friends anymore. Or I just gotta like, I gotta play, but I'm just gonna die in like one hit, you know. So to save the inconvenience of the players, make a game pass that, you know, make that one-time payment, and you don't have to go through the hassle like ever again, you know. That would put a lot of stress off people that, you know, can't really afford to pay 75 Robux every weekend or every day to switch up their stats. That would be wonderful. That should definitely be put into consideration for the higher ups, for real. That's, you know what I'm saying, the community might not be happy with the devs right now, but you know what I'm saying, this is something everyone would like. Another thing I feel like should be added to the game is some sort of punishment for actually getting gripped. Because right now, for getting gripped, all you lose is some bounty, which you can grind back again, and some pelly, some money that holds no value or weight in the game as at the moment. So people don't really care about getting gripped. And a game like this, especially in the situation the Silver Moons are in right now and a lot of other crews, everyone has beef with each other. There's a lot of tension in the community. Everyone's fighting. Everyone's gripping. There's no consequence for getting gripped, other than a little bit of losing a bit of rep, or people like, oh, you got gripped. There's no consequence for it, and that takes the meaningfulness out of someone actually getting gripped. It takes the meaningfulness out of someone dying. A little bit of people combat log without issue. Oh, I'm gonna spend like a minute in jail. Let me just combat log. You know, you need to add a reason for people not to combat log. One suggestion could be, how about you lose a level or two? You lose a level or two. If you combat log, you lose like 5 levels. You get gripped, you lose 1 or 2 levels. And it's like, oh damn, I don't want to have to grind those levels back. Let me not combat log. You know? Oh, I don't want to have to grind those levels back. I ain't trying to get gripped. So I'm gonna make sure I win this fight. You feel what I'm saying? It will make griefing griefing will be a really big thing. You know, this is a pirate game. Like, let's make battles meaningful. These are wars. Everyone's calling themselves yonkos and this and that, but anyone can get gripped. Realistically, anyone can get gripped. Now, if you added meaning to getting gripped, you know, all those commanders and the people by your side are gonna be more latched to the community's gonna latch more together. Oh yeah, this is my crew. I ain't letting none of my members lose levels. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be some sort of seriousness to getting gripped. I don't want to relate it to rogue lineage, but you can put it like that. You're not gonna let the lord of your house, or the, what did they call it, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know what I haven't played rogue in so long. You're not gonna let him get gripped and wipe. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna let that happen. So add some incentive to actually getting into wars and getting into beef with other crews. If you gotta do it like rogue, hey, get gripped 3 times in a row and your character's wiped. Now, the wiping system, right? If there was to be added some wiping system, have some remorse, because we've already grinded our whole lives to get these drops. Obviously, if you were to get wiped, I would say, okay, put the level back to 0, but we keep our Pelly. Maybe we lose a little bit of Pelly, who cares? We keep our boss drops, and I'm talking about every single thing in your inventory stays where it is, because no one is grinding for that again. Inventory doesn't get touched. Your boss drops stay, your items stay, your fighting style stays. The only thing that gets wiped, oh, your devil fruit stays. The only thing that would get wiped is your level. So you'll go back to level 0 and have to grind again, but wouldn't be that bad because you have all your items with you. You know, that make there be some incentive to actually getting gripped. PvP is the main. PvP is what makes GPO GPO. If GPO had bad PvP, this game would be dead. And I feel like everyone, this is public knowledge. No one should feel a type of way about me saying it. Without the PvP, this game would be dead. So make some PvP oriented decisions. Ranked is different. Rank is different. If you die in ranked, it is what it is. You keep whatever, right? But I'm saying, if you die in the open world aspect of the game, there should be a consequence for it. There should be a real consequence, not losing 1,000 bounty and 1,000 Pelly. Pelly means nothing, bounty means nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's make the game. Let's make the people who really, because everyone, this game's basically in beta, right? This game's basically beta. The people who bought the game early, the people that are sticking around even though there's not a whole bunch of content in the game yet, let's be real, are not casuals. No one playing this game right now is a casual. People playing this game wake up in the morning, do what they gotta do, and get on GPO. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the day, wake up and do the same thing the next day. No one here is a casual. Casuals will come into the game when the game is free. No one playing the game right now is a casual. There are a couple people that have been level 100 for the past 2 months now, which makes no sense because it doesn't take that long to level. But the majority, let's say about 90-80% of the player base, are non-casuals. So let's put some real incentive into the game people are investing their time in. Let's make it. Look, when people want to escape battle, they just do this and get gripped by a shark and spawn back wherever they spawned with no consequence. There should be a consequence for doing stuff like this. There should be a consequence for doing stuff like this. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Hopefully you guys taking my ideas in. Guys, make sure this video gets seen by the people in charge, mods, devs, because the game right now is good. GPO is the best game on the platform, but for a game of this caliber, for a game of this standards, it's lackluster. It's lackluster. So let's make GPO great. I'll see you guys in the next video.